There's a conversation from 3 years ago still playing in your head. A relationship that ended, but never really left. A version of yourself you keep trying to get back to. Letting go sounds simple. It isn't. And today we're going to explain exactly why your brain holds on, even when holding on hurts more than letting go ever could. In the 1920s, a psychologist named Zeigarnik noticed something strange in a Vienna cafe. Waiters could perfectly remember complex, unpaid orders, but the moment the bill was paid, the memory vanished almost instantly. She discovered that the human brain holds onto unfinished things far more tightly than finished ones. An unresolved argument, an unanswered question, a relationship that ended without closure. Your brain treats these like open tabs. It refuses to close. This is now called the Zeigarnik Effect. Incomplete experiences create a kind of cognitive itch, and your brain keeps scratching it long after it stops being useful. There's a second force at work: loss aversion. Decades of research show that losing something feels roughly twice as painful as gaining the same thing feels good. Letting go isn't neutral to your brain. It registers as a loss, even when what you're holding on to is actively hurting you. Your brain would rather keep a painful, familiar thing than risk the unknown of an empty hand. Here's something most people get wrong about letting go. You're rarely holding on to the actual event. You're holding on to the meaning you attach to it. A breakup isn't just a breakup. It might mean I'm not lovable. A mistake at work isn't just a mistake. It might mean I'm not competent. Your brain doesn't release the event until it resolves the story underneath it. And most people never go looking for that story. They just keep replaying the event, hoping the replaying will somehow fix it. It won't. The event already happened. The story is the only part still alive. Psychologists draw a sharp line between rumination and processing, and the difference explains why some people move on and others stay stuck for years. Processing has a direction. It asks, what happened? What did it mean? What do I do now? Rumination has no direction. It just loops, replaying the same scene without ever arriving anywhere new. A 2008 study from the University of Michigan found that rumination is associated with depression and anxiety. Ruminators showed measurably reduced problem-solving ability compared to people who actively processed difficult experiences. The loop doesn't just fail to help, it actively makes you worse at moving forward. Holding on isn't just a mental pattern. It has a measurable physical cost. Chronic rumination keeps cortisol elevated, far longer than the original event warranted. Your body stays in a low-grade stress response for something that, in many cases, is no longer even happening. Sleep quality drops, immune function weakens, and over time, the part of your brain responsible for emotional regulation, the prefrontal cortex, becomes less effective at doing its job. Precisely because it's been overworked, managing the same unresolved loop for months or years. There's also a cost most people don't see coming. What you're unable to let go of quietly shapes what you're able to receive. If part of your attention is still anchored to an old hurt, there's less available for what's actually in front of you right now. People who can't let go of past betrayals often struggle to fully trust new people. Not because the new people did anything wrong, but because the old wound is still open. And openness reads as risk. So how do you actually let go? Here are 3 techniques. Technique 1. Name the story, not the event. Instead of asking, why can't I stop thinking about this? Ask, what does this event mean about me? And is that meaning actually true? Most people discover the story they've been carrying is harsher and less accurate than the reality. Naming it directly takes it from a vague, looping feeling into something specific you can actually examine. Technique 2. The completion ritual. Your brain holds on to unfinished things, so give it an artificial finish line. Write the conversation you never got to have. Say out loud what you wish you'd said. Symbolic closure works. Studies on expressive writing consistently show that externalizing an unresolved experience reduces its emotional grip. Technique 3. Redirect the loop. Don't fight it. Trying to simply stop thinking about something almost never works. In fact, it usually makes the thought louder. Instead, the moment the old memory surfaces, deliberately shift to a specific, different focus. You're not suppressing the thought. You're giving your attention somewhere else to go. Letting go was never about forgetting. It's about finishing, giving your brain the resolution it's been missing, so it can finally stop reaching for it. Pick the technique that felt the most uncomfortable to hear. That's usually the one you need most. If something you're still holding on to came to mind, subscribe and tell me in the comments what's something you're still letting go of.